Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Believe and Focused here on Last Refuge 1.3 Undead versus Orc. This is the continuation of a series still, so Focus still with a little bit of an advantage, actually a very large advantage, 2-0 in this series as this game does get underway. A lot of players and even the professional players out there do tend to agree that Orc does have a very strong advantage over does have a very strong advantage over Undead. Grunts are better than both Crypt Fiends and essentially Ghouls as well, as the Blade Master has so much burst damage. One critical strike on a well equipped Blade Master does essentially mean one dead ghoul, and with that very fast attack rate, your army of ghouls can just simply melt away quickly. Now, a lot of players have been asking me, why doesn't more Undead players just really focus on Crypt Fiends? The problem with Crypt Fiends is that they have less hit points than a Grunt. They do deal damage, but they attack relatively slowly, and on top of that, because they have medium armor, they are naturally countered by Grunts. Blade Master now being trained, and pretty much the barracks will be up in just a moment, training up a Grunt as well. We may have perhaps some ghouls come out, and as soon as those ghouls are out, we should see a transition into Crypt Fiends as the graveyard is now in play. So in comes that graveyard here. We should be getting up a Crypt Fiend as soon as the Ziggurat is done. We are going into a Tomb of Relics here, and the Crypt Fiend can also do a little bit of long distance creeping here, firing a shot and then trying to pull away, making sure to get some easy damage while constantly backing off again. I know why I felt like I've cast this game already, because I cast the first 5 minutes of it yesterday before I had to go do something else. Alright, so a little bit of deja vu for me. A peon now wandering around here. We are going to see another Ziggurat being placed down, and we'll see if Believe will fall behind 3-0, or if you can, even up the series a little bit more at 2-1. Blade Master still coming back around and dealing damage to that Ogre Warrior. There is a Troll Trapper getting off an ensnare on that Grunt. The Blade Master should focus down that Ogre Warrior with no problem whatsoever. Circlet of Nobility, a decent item for that Blade Master. You always want +6 across in total across your stats, and that is a very nice item, just because it's a simple item, but it also drops relatively early. Very easy creep camps do drop it. Could you imagine actually getting a +6 item, what, Boots of Quel'Thalas that early in the game on that Blade Master? It would simply be too much. Or the Mantle or the Belt of Giant Strength, just be very strong, additional 150 hit points. But then again, the Blade Master can just buy one from each shop and then get that +6 total effect. Attacks a little bit faster and deals more damage, and a little bit more buff as well. We can see now that the Death Knight is making its way over. We'll finish off this creep camp here. Troll Trapper is going to get taken down. There it goes. And now we have some skeletal minions. Still no Unholy Aura. Really what the Undead needs is Unholy Aura to keep these units alive. And oh, this is going to be a bad creep check here. Blade Master going to come in over. Do we have a Dust of Appearance? The Grunts are nearby. Blade Master now getting in some easy hits onto that one Crypt Fiend already. It looks as though the the Death Knight wants to do a little bit more creeping. Yes, is going to be able to perhaps get to level 2 at the very least. Gets the Mantle of Intelligence, and now is looking to retreat. Coming back over once more, you can see some skeletal minions will fall. Level 2 now on that Blade Master, as the Blade Master has exactly 200 experience. And we are still battling it up between these armies. The Crypt Fiends trying to focus down that Blade Master. Blade Master going to get in some easy shots. The Death Knight now with Unholy Aura should be able to escape with the rest of his Crypt Fiends. The Blade Master trying to get in a little bit more damage. He does get a critical strike off, but should not be able to keep this army alive for very long. Believe now backing off. We are taking the Halls of the Dead. Lich should be trained in just a moment, and now getting that Frost Armor in order to counteract and deal with that Blade Master. Frost Armor, a very effective spell and ability on a Lich, giving +3 armor, but more importantly, slowing the effects, slowing down that Blade Master so he doesn't attack nearly as fast. We are going to see the Death Knight now making its way over, trying to chase after some of these Grunts. The Grunts are relatively low on hit points. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is nearby, And oh, there is a Death Coil to save one Crypt Fiend there, and now backing off the Blade Master in a little bit of trouble. Does use a Dust of Appearance here by the Death Knight, so the Blade Master is going to be revealed. The Crypt Fiend trying to run away. It looks like it will get healed again, and now getting in a little bit more damage. That Crypt Fiend needs to be very, very careful as more and more damage being dealt to that Blade Master. It looks like the Blade Master will be able to run off once more and once again use that healing salve, as we now see Grunts trying and testing the waters. Down goes one easy Murloc there. Blade Master is revealed, and the healing has been stopped. So that was a really, really critical move by Believe. Believe able to stop focus, now forcing him to use another healing salve and also spending that 75 energy in order to do exactly that. The Death Knight now looking to try and creep, but he hasn't really been able to creep in peace as of yet. The Death Knight so far does not have any more Dust of Appearances, so he's not going to be able to reveal that Blade Master, and we all know how important it is to be able to spot and reveal that Blade Master, as now, Crypt Fiend does get healed, but already down to 197 hit points. Another Crypt Fiend does block, just a term of teamwork there. Let me move in and get in the way of a giant sword so that you can survive. And it looks like 3 very low hit point units. Death Coil saves another one and now turns around, gets off another attack, and that Blade Master really unable to get off any kill. So beautiful play by Believe, as the Crypt Fiends are now going to be able to regenerate faster on Blight. 200% hit point regeneration, plus the base 50% that the Death Knight gives. So that is going to be very, very helpful. We are already teching to a Lich and Black Citadel as well. Death Knight now looking to creep out the Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi creep camp here at what I'll call the center 9 o'clock position. Blade Master looking for that army and trying to figure out where exactly he can perhaps do a little bit of interruption. We are going to have the Shadow Hunter now making its way over. The Shadow Hunter is going to catch this, and there's an ensnare on a unit. Down goes one Ogre Warrior, and now we might get a Hex onto the Death Knight. No, the Death Knight does seem to back away just in time, but the Shadow Hunter and the Blade Master is going to finish exactly where Believe left off, and perhaps even take some of the items, as this creep camp is easier and easier to take now. Death Knight making its way over. You can see that the Blade Master is just continuing to fight up against the Ogre Magi. Death Knight still wandering around here. Is the Death Knight going to perhaps be able to get off a Death Coil to steal it? No, 207 hit points, as we now see Frost Armor onto that Blade Master. Very, very well done. Are we going to get a hit and a Death Coil? What is going on? There's the Death Coil. There's the Wand of Mana Stealing, as the Blade Master unable to get the final shot off. We can see that there was a Hex on the Lich. The Lich is in a bit of trouble, now getting Frost Armor as well. And that Blade Master with that melee attack being slowed down once more. Perhaps now a Grunt may fall, as the Blade Master accidentally hits the Death Knight, and the Death Knight now slowing down slowing down another unit. So far, the Death Knight's still wandering back and forth here. Are we going to perhaps get it ensnare? There's the Speed Scroll now being utilized by that Blade Master. And what is this Death Knight going to do? The Death Knight does use a Potion of Invulnerability. Death Coils heals the Lich, and both sides are still trying to fight it up, as the Lich is low on hit points, but so is the Death Knight. The Death Knight is low on hit points. We can see some Crypt Fiends are now being burrowed. We can also see a Scroll of Town Portal now being utilized, as the Blade Master gets a 100-point critical strike off and takes down one Crypt Fiend there. We are going into the Slaughterhouse. Obsidian statues most likely coming in around the corner. We'll also see what the Death Knight does in terms of creeping. He needs to creep out a little bit more effectively, perhaps taking down this Rock Golem camp here. Now, the Crypt Fiends are going to just fall here. The Death Knight trying to battle it up against the Rock Golem. Remember one thing though, Rock Golems are magic immune, so they are pretty much immune to the Frost Armor effects. Sobe Mask picked up by the Death Knight, so the Death Knight should in fact be able to constantly Death Coil, or very much constantly Death Coil, as we now see a Hex now on the Death Knight. The Death Knight down to 112, 113 hit points. There's a Potion of Healing, now trying to escape. It looks like there's another Death Coil there, but the Crypt Fiend may still get taken down. And does a Raider get taken down? Yes, a Raider does go down, as the Scroll of Town Portal just in time to save a Crypt Fiend. So Crypt Fiend is going to regenerate and back at home very, very well. Crypt Fiends are now moving on out here, as it looks as though the Blade Master wants to continue to creep out the center 6 o'clock expansion location. Level 2 now on that Shadow Hunter. Blade Master is sitting at level 3. Blade Master has plus 12 attack with 3 Circlets of Nobility. No, sorry. Yeah, plus 12 attack with 3 circles of nobility. Essentially, more hit points, more armor, faster attack rate, and more mana. Just better all around for that Blade Master. Crypt Fiend's looking to come in. It looks as though one Spirit Walker may actually take a little bit too much damage. Blade Master attempting to run away. Still, the Spirit Walker has a nice head start as the Obsidian statue does back off in time. And the Death Knight moving around with his Obsidian statue, looking to heal up once more. And both players unable to establish an expansion as of yet. Death Knight quickly falls. Sentry wards are going to be left behind. There it is. Believe now with sentry wards can be able to spot a base pretty easily. And now what is going to be happening here? Death Knight still wandering around. Looks as though the Blade Master is going to come across this. And is it revealed? Yes, somehow revealed. There's a sentry ward down. So the Death Knight was able to spot and perhaps just get a little bit of damage on that Blade Master. I wonder if the Blade Master of Focus realizes that it is going to be sentry wards and not, I repeat, not going to be a shade. We can see that Believe does have a Pit Lord. Pit Lord with that Howl of Terror could work out well. Is it going to work out well? Only time can tell. Obsidian Statue now making its way in. And right now, Raiders, Blade Master, and Shadowhunter pushing into a very, very delicate situation. Down goes, and now we see a Scroll of the Beast. The Scroll of the Beast, there's a Howl of Terror, and I believe the Scroll of the Beast was picked up perhaps by... Who was it picked up by? The Lich? No, the Lich did not pick it up. So who actually picked it up? Did the Blade Master? No. Alright, I don't see it anywhere. So, not there, not there, not there. So I'm not sure where that Scroll of the Beast went. But a Scroll of the Beast was left behind. We can see now one of the Circlets of Nobility have been dropped off, given to the Shadowhunter so that the Blade Master can buy items in peace. He doesn't have very, very deep pockets, as now the Death Knight will get taken down. Oh, yes, the Death Knight gets taken down at level 3. And right now, you see a level 3 Blade Master, almost a level 4, level 2 Shadowhunter, pushing back against a level, I believe a level 1 Pit Lord and a level 2 Lich. Alright, one Crypt Fiend does quickly fall here. May have been a dust of appearance, not quite sure. In order to reveal that burrowed Crypt Fiend, Pit Lord now needs to wander around the map and figure out where his next strategy will be. He needs to creep out multiple locations. The Death Knight has been resurrected at the tavern. So a quick resurrection here as the Death Knight now making its way off to the north and looking to perhaps clear out the Ogre Magi creep camp here as well. Ogre Mauler now also getting ensnared here. Gonna go ahead and creep out the Goblin Laboratory that's up on the high ground. And now we see also the Crypt Fiends and the Destroyers clearing out the Mercenary camp here. So a little bit of a strange move, able to actually clear out the Mercenary camp and also get Vampiric Aura. His units will be able to heal ever so slightly, but it is, as I mentioned, ever so slightly. I don't know how much of a difference that Vampiric Aura really makes. But I know that at this stage in the game, every little bit helps. Alright, it looks as though the Crypt Lord now coming in. Destroyers are ready. Destroyers could easily devour magic here in just a moment. Is he going to be doing exactly that? Yes, devours the magic and now has a little bit of mana to utilize against the Troll Trapper. Down over here, Obsidian Statue still has plenty of mana as well. We are going to have an engagement. Shadowhunter, Pit Lord is going to be perhaps go for a Howl again. Lich trying to deal some damage. It is not going to work out as there is one Destroyer in the air dealing so much damage. Scroll of Town Portal. Oh, the Destroyer may get taken down here. That's going to be bad news. Shadowhunter does save, I believe, a grunt or two as the units now make their way off back to the south side of the map. I believe so far in this game playing very, very well. Level 2 on the Pit Lord, level 3 and level 3 on the Lich. So it's 3-3-2 versus, I believe, a 4-3. It might be a 4-3. Yes, a 4-3. A 3-3-2 versus a 4-3. And now looking at the hero levels, we are pretty much even. The longer this game goes, though, the better it will be for Believe, as 3 level 6 heroes is better than 2 level 7 heroes. And that is just a good fact, just because of the way ultimates work and when you can start training them. Ogre Lord gonna get taken down in just a moment. It looks like it's gonna get taken down right here. The Pit Lord trying to get away. So far it is healed back up a little bit more. Who got the I'm not who like, I'm not sure who got the item. Oh, the item was a Medallion of Courage, so +4 strength, +4 intelligence. Perfect item for that Death Knight. Little bit more beefy, and also has the intelligence for more and more death coils. Blade Master now coming in across the center. Still, we are 15 minutes into this game. No one really having a clear advantage so far, as now the Obsidian statue is taking a lot of damage here. The Blade Master able to retreat, as we now see 50 supply over 60 compared to 54 over 60. A very slight but small advantage for Believe, but Believe needs to capitalize on this. Otherwise, his opponent is just going to be able to bank more resources and then explode into 70 or perhaps even 80 supply. Ogre Mauler destroyers going to town. There is one Ogre Mauler there. Another Troll High Priest. Ogre Magi should get taken down as well. And really no issue whatsoever for Believe. Believe playing it pretty conservatively and doing a good job taking and fighting when he needs to. Book of the Dead has been left behind, and we'll see where are these units going to be traveling to, and perhaps to try to get the Lich and the Pit Lord up to level 3. All right, here is that one creep camp here. It looks as though we are going to have one illusion being left behind. The illusion will get taken down very easily. And now, Blade Master and Kodo Beast looking to engage here. Blade Master once again still nearby. Units are not going to be able to get stopped by him. No real reason to dust up appearance as of yet. Skeletal minions still wandering around, dancing around in the center, and no one really wanting to engage each other. It looks as though the destroyers are just in the air. There is a Shadow Hunter that is low on hit points, but it is just an illusion. And we should be perhaps going into some healing wards too, as healing wards are very, very effective. Focus also establishing his own expansion on the top left-hand side of the base. Destroyers are ready to go. And with 4 destroyers, a couple of crypt fiends, and a new obsidian statue, we may have an engagement here. There it goes. There's some engagement. The poor spirit walkers will just fall in a matter of seconds. And now this army force may just be simply too much. Is it going to be enough? I don't see any ensnare. So the Kodo Beast, oh, there's an ensnare. The Kodo Beast going to perhaps try to eat the destroyers. Both sides still fighting it out. The Blade Master getting a lot of damage. Obsidian statue now coming in as well, and just constantly trading units. And Focus actually looks like he's in a bit of trouble. There are still a lot of crypt fiends. There are still Kodo Beasts out. The Obsidian statue looks like it is going to be going down. So I take it back. I believe has enough firepower to really finish this off if he's actually focus firing with all of his units. You can see 2 destroyers in the air, still focus firing. 1 destroyer very, very low. It's going to finally get taken down. Another destroyer off over here may get taken down as well. No, a long distance death coil does save it, as we are continuing this battle here. Blade Master going after the destroyer. It looks like though the Death Knight going after what I believe to be the Shadow Hunter, but I don't see the Shadow Hunter anywhere any longer. So there's the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter sitting right there. Raider down to 14 hit points. It gets taken down. Lich is now level 4. Blade Master is now level 4. And where is that Death Knight? The Death Knight is also level 4 as well. So 4-4-3 versus a 4-4. And now Believe really making a strong case on why Undead can beat Orc. You can now see that the Blade Master is backing away here. The Blade Master trying to get away from that Shadow Hunter. Is he even following or attacking? Not sure, as the Raiders are now going to engage and perhaps take down the Raiders, and the Raiders and the Troll Berserkers are going to engage and perhaps take down some of these Crypt Fiends. All right, the Pit Lord still sitting at level 3. He needs to get some mana. You can see an Ogre Lord now going to get cleared out, but this is going to be a very, very bad creep jack if I ever saw one. The Blade Master now coming back from that high ground. The Blade Master, sorry, the Death Knight coming back from that high ground. The Blade Master now just slicing and dicing his way through the majority of the Undead army. And you can see that Believe really wants that item. He really wants that creep. If he can grab it, he would put himself on equal footing at this point. Blade Master unable to really finish it off, as we now see a healing ward placed down by the Undead, or not by the Undead, by the Orc. The Orc is now currently just healing up a lot of the damage that he is taking, and with Spirit Link also coming in, I don't believe that Believe can make something happen here. It is already getting relatively low. You can see now the Pit Lord still wandering around. The Death Knight still trying to stay alive, getting off another Death Coil here. Kodo Beast now coming over. Who has the larger supply is going to be the question after this battle here. Taking a look at the supply, 41/70 versus 41/70. Both sides are still dead, even neck and neck, as the Death Knight looks to perhaps finish off a grunt or two. There is a Howl of Terror, and oh, there's a Rod of Necromancy, and it is going to be actually picked up by the Death Knight. So the Death Knight able to pick up that Rod of Necromancy, but now the Blade Master is going to be at level 5. The Shadow Hunter is going to be at level 5 as well. So 2 5/5 heroes versus a 4/4 and a 3. Believe now looking to set up his own expansion, and maybe too little too late, as we now see all of these troll, well, these aren't raiders, so the troll berserkers now looking to back off here further. All right, constant fighting still going on. Lich sitting at level 4 now. Death Knight sitting at level 4. Pit Lord might get to level 4. And this 3 level 4 heroes may be better than a level 5. And we'll really see how well Believe utilizes all of these heroes. If Believe is somehow able to utilize all of these heroes, get the AoE effect in, and just make it effective, deal a lot of damage, and then also have a lot of units to stand on it, that would even up things. But so far, I do not believe that Focus has made a large mistake as of yet. There is Blight down here haunting in a gold mine, and that is going to be annoying, as we are going to see perhaps, nope, what am I thinking? Haunting in the gold mine. No, that was Believe haunting in the gold mine. All right. Long day of casting. Shadow Hunter now coming back in from the top. Scroll of the Beast now making its way down. We can see, oh, I believe that was a Death Pack or a Dark Ritual coming in from the Rod of Necromancy in order to heal up the Death Knight, or perhaps get in a lot of mana. There you go. There's a lot of nuking now going on onto that Blade Master. The Blade Master trying to run away. It looks like it will be able to do exactly that, but the Blade Master now coming in from behind. Lich taking a lot of damage. The Lich does have a, there it is. There's a Frost Armor. The Blade Master now forced to be slow just a little bit. We could see a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used, as that Lich has taken a lot of damage so far. The Lich now just trying to fight and take down the rest of these Troll Berserkers. We do have another Destroyer in the air. It is being forced to back off, as it doesn't want to fight against that Blade Master, and the Blade Master does get down the Lich. Death Knight now, and all Believe can say is GG. So Believe loses game 4 or game 3 in the series. Stay tuned for game 4.